Hey everyone, Brandon here, and I'm back with another action figure review. This time from the DC Comics Multiverse, it's the Suicide Squad Batman figure. I've actually been waiting for this one for a while, so I'm really excited to finally have him. I actually held out on the other DC Comics Multiverse Batman from Dawn of Justice, just so I could have this figure with all the extra accessories, and I think it was definitely worth the wait. Up at the top of the box, we've got our Suicide Squad logo. It says DC Comics Multiverse for adult collectors. We've got our Batman figure, and I'm really liking that gas mask. Looks pretty cool. We've got some Batarangs, some gas, and a tank, and the grapnel, which I thought was a pretty cool extra add-on piece. Tension, choking hazard, small parts not for kids under 3. We've got a pair of handcuffs. Killer Croc's chest. Looks pretty cool. That artwork looks really good. Suicide Squad Batman. If we take a look at the side of the box, it says Suicide Squad Batman. Again, no bio with these figures. And what I thought was interesting, because I got my Joker box right here, the logos are different. I don't know if it's all bright and colorful for the Joker figure and serious for Batman, or if they just went through their many phases of, I guess, Suicide Squad logos. But I thought that was interesting. Anyways, taking a look at the back of the box, it says DC Comics Multiverse Suicide Squad Batman. We've got Killer Croc for our Collect and Connect. Some of the other figures: Joker, Harley, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, Katana, and Batman. And what I thought was interesting, or what I learned rather, if you want Killer Croc with the jacket, you've got to buy all the extra variant Harley and Joker figures. If you're just looking for the standard Croc, kind of like the comic book version without the jacket, then you just get the standard figures. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But that about does it for our figure in the packaging. Let's see what he looks like outside of the box. Alright, well, now that we've got this figure out of the box, let's take a closer look. First, at the face sculpt, I'm not really a huge fan of this face at all. The eyes are a little too wide, and the face just as a whole is a little just too wide. It doesn't really look like Batman to me, not from the movie at all. And then my Batman, he's got a little run underneath his cowl. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it doesn't look very good, and I'm not happy with it. However, thankfully we get an alternate head sculpt, so I'm really happy to have that. Let's see what it looks like. I noticed in the store that some of the alternate heads for this Batman, the eyes were not looking very good. One eye would be up here and the other down there, so it just really did not look right. So if you're in the store, definitely take a good look at Batman's eyes before picking one up, and pick the one that's the best. But wow, what a difference. I really do like this head sculpt so much better, and I think the reason for that could be that, I mean, just the other head is so much wider, and the eyes are wider. It just doesn't, this doesn't look right. With the gas mask on, he looks much more better, and just kind of makes the whole sculpt of the figure look a lot better. So I really do think this Batman's a good investment to have. If you have to have a Batman from the Snyderverse, this would be the one. Taking a look at articulation real quick, we've got movement at the neck, up and down, side to side. It's on a ball joint. Ab crunch, movement at the shoulder, up and down, side to side. Movement at the elbow, at the wrist. We also have waist articulation, movement at the hip, up and down, side to side. Movement above the knee, at the knee, and at the ankle. And overall, it's just a really good looking figure. We do have peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Here's a good look at his back. pretty plain. I like the cape. It's a nice flat material, and we do get to see some cuts in the cape, which I think is pretty cool. Overall, it's just a really good looking figure. I thought it was interesting comparing him with the first Sculpt. I have the version that's unmasked. The cape actually on this one, on any regular original Dawn of Justice Batman, is you can kind of see there's texture to it. This one is just very smooth, clear. And then the other thing that I noticed too, in the spikes on the gloves, on the original version they are gold, and on the new one they are not. Everything's a lot more dull on the new version. This is nice shiny gold on the belt too, whereas this is dull. But the silver, or the gray I should say, is a lot brighter here than it is there. So take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I don't really think this one looks like Ben Affleck to begin with. But you know, pick the Batman that's best for you, or both. Really depends on your taste. I do think that this is going to be the best head sculpt that we've seen so far for Ben Affleck as Batman. But this figure also comes with a ton of accessories, which I was really happy to get. We've got a grapnel gun. Mine was a little warped in the packaging, but still looks pretty good. I'm glad they included it. And let's see. Does it fit? Yes, it's a nice rubbery, soft plastic, so it's a little bendable. But it does fit in his hand rather well. I thought though that the gun was a little too small. Maybe it could have been a little bigger. But we got a different version of that. With the Kids line Batman, his grapnel is huge. I mean, way out of proportion. So, I don't really know. We got one gun that's too big, and one that's way too small. Yeah, I thought that was kind of odd, but, you know, it goes to show a figure for $10 and a figure for 20, and we still can't get, you know, proper size of the accessories. But, you know, it's better than not having a grapnel gun. We've also got these little Batarangs. I thought they were kind of a little too small as well, but they fit, they work, they're nice. Black, we get 3 of them, and there's silver at the tips, as if they're metal, which is pretty cool. We also get a canister. I guess there's supposed to be gas in it, I'd assume, and that also fits in his hand pretty well. The only downside with the accessories, and he comes with so many, is that he's only got one hand that's open and the other one is fisted, so that is kind of a problem, but not a major one. At least all the accessories work. The only other thing that he comes with, accessory wise, is this, handcuffs I presume, and it's just one solid piece. It looks like there's articulation there in the middle, but there isn't. It's just one solid piece. Trying to put it in his hand, and it doesn't really fit. Thumb wants to bend in a lot, so it's not really working. But I figure that the best thing for this would be to test it out on a figure, rather than putting it in Batman's hand as if he's holding it. And what better figure to try out than the Joker? So let's see, does it work? It's actually pretty smooth. Wow, this works a lot better than I thought it would. Alright, pretty cool. So we've got Batman and he's apprehended the Joker. Huh, I really like that. That's a great accessory to add on. Good on you, Mattel. I like the accessories. The only other thing that Batman comes with is the Killer Croc torso or chest. And I really like the paint applications. It actually looks really detailed. I like that. The only thing is the app crunch doesn't work. I have no idea why, but it doesn't. And then if I take a look at the arms that I got with the Joker, they're jacketed sleeved arms, but they do work with Killer Croc. Just snaps right in. It looks a little weird, I guess, but I think if you get whatever figure that comes with the Jackie piece, it should just slide right on over. But overall, it looks pretty good. Batman looks pretty great. I really like that head sculpt. It's probably the best part about him. But overall, pretty great figure. So now for that size comparison, what I was telling you earlier, he's a little bulkier on the sides, which I kind of just don't like, because when you're comparing him with Superman, Superman is way skinnier and shorter than Batman, which just kind of doesn't look right. And the other Movie Masters Batman that I have, the Christian Bale version, see, he's just kind of skinnier, smaller, still got a nice build, but he's not so big like this figure, and I don't know why they did that. I think the only way that that Batman figure looks good at all is probably with some true 6-inch scale figures. I've got Kyle Rayner and Daredevil, and both of these figures, they are true to 6-inch scale, and they fit in a lot better with this Batman figure. So take it with a grain of salt. I like this Batman figure as is, and I'll probably display him with my DC Universe Classics. But overall, he's a great figure. I do like him, and happy to have him. He's been long awaited. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all the views, comments, likes, subscriptions.